Imagine the shock of losing a Hollywood icon whose quirky charm and undeniable talent have graced screens for decades. Diane Keaton, the legendary actress, was reportedly gone at 79, leaving fans heartbroken worldwide. But here's where it gets intriguing. Even in the wake of such devastating news, we can celebrate her legacy by diving into her filmography. And this is the part most people miss. The trio of her movies that achieved flawless perfection on Rotten Tomatoes, a feat that underscores her genius. If you're mourning Keaton's passing or just eager to rediscover her brilliance, why not embark on a cinematic journey through some of her standout roles? Think classics like her iconic Woody Allen partnerships in Manhattan and the Oscar-winning Annie Hall, inspired by her real life, or heartwarming hits such as Father of the Bride and its sequels, along with empowering flicks like The First Wives Club, mob epics The Godfather and its sequel, and the romantic sparkle of Something's Gotta Give. Yet, astonishingly, those perfect scoring gems aren't among them. In fact, one marks her very first screen appearance. To put it plainly, Keaton elevates every project she touches, and her loss feels personal to so many of us. Still, let's spotlight these three impeccable early works that solidify her extraordinary career. Lovers and Other Strangers, 1970, released by Cinerama Releasing Corporation, Diane Keaton's debut film, Lovers and Other Strangers, is a standout that secured a pristine 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Helmed by Cy Howard and penned by Joseph Bologna, David Zella Goodman, and Renee Taylor, adapted from their own stage play, the story revolves around two couples navigating marital turmoil. There's Mike Vecchio, Michael Brandon, and Susan Henderson, Bonnie Bedelia, a pair living together for over a year, but clashing as their wedding nears. Then there's Mike's brother Richie Vecchio, Joseph Hindi, and his wife Joan, portrayed by Keaton, who are contemplating separation despite their parents' disapproval. For beginners unfamiliar with ensemble casts, think of this as a group dynamic where each character adds layers, much like a family dinner that turns into an emotional roller coaster. The film shines with a stellar supporting ensemble featuring B. Arthur, Cloris Leachman, and Anne Mara, plus brief appearances by Jerry Stiller and a young Sylvester Stallone, who didn't even receive screen credit. Keaton, amidst this talented crowd, delivers a portrayal of Joan that's deeply human, flawed, chaotic, yet entirely believable, making her a relatable figure for anyone who's grappled with relationship woes. Sleeper, 1973, produced by United Artists. Woody Allen's sci-fi comedy Sleeper, co-written with Marshall Brickman, blends humor with eerie foresight that might unsettle you. Yet Keaton's performance is a highlight. The plot follows Miles Monroe, Allen, a 1970s New York health food store owner who undergoes a botched medical procedure leading to cryogenic freezing. He's thawed out in 2173 by scientists fighting a dystopian regime ruled by the enigmatic The Leader after a nuclear catastrophe. To simplify for newcomers, it's like a futuristic The Great Dictator meets Back to the Future, where satire pokes fun at totalitarian societies while exploring time travel. Keaton embodies Luna Schlosser, a wealthy socialite and painter in this bleak future, who gets a robot assistant, that's really Miles in disguise, to aid her. When she uncovers his true identity as an accidental time traveler, she's tempted to report him, but he abducts her in a bid to uncover the Ares Project, the leader's secret scheme. Their adventure blossoms into romance, filled with witty exchanges that build to their union. Sleeper stands as a key early film in Allen's repertoire, but Keaton's chemistry is essential. Without her, the film's brilliance dims. Remarkably, her next perfect scoring project with Allen followed just 2 years later. Love and Death, 1975. Under United Artists, Woody Allen's 1975 parody of Russian literature, Love and Death, is hilariously absurd. Though I must admit, my views on Allen are complicated. Like many rational folks, I grapple with his personal controversies. But here's where it gets controversial. Can we separate the art from the artist, especially when the work itself is so delightfully satirical? Far from denying its humor, Love and Death ranks among the funniest films I've seen, showcasing Keaton in a role that lets her comedic flair explode. In Sleeper, she played the more grounded counterpart to Miles' antics, but here, her Sonya is wildly unpredictable, an emotional firecracker who steals scenes with her eccentricity. As the cousin of Alan's Boris Grushenko, who pines for her desperately, Sonya is infatuated with Boris's more attractive but less intelligent sibling. She weds a string of elderly suitors before reluctantly agreeing to marry Boris, hoping he'll perish in a duel and spare her the commitment. Keaton delivers countless memorable lines, including this philosophical rant to Boris. To love is to suffer. To avoid suffering, one must not love. But then one suffers from not loving. Therefore, to love is to suffer. Not to love is to suffer. To suffer is to suffer. To be happy is to love. To be happy, then, is to suffer. But suffering makes one unhappy. Therefore, to be unhappy, one must love, or love to suffer, or suffer from too much happiness. I hope you're getting this down. Together, Sonya and Boris plot to assassinate Napoleon, but when they fail, she flees while he's condemned to execution. Keaton's timing and energy make her irresistibly amusing. Watch it now if you haven't. Keaton's catalog is vast and varied, but kicking off with these three is a fantastic entry point. Do you agree that these films capture her essence? Or perhaps you see Alan's collaborations in a different light? What's your take on balancing enjoyment with ethical concerns? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear if you side with celebrating the art or if personal actions overshadow it all.